I'd like you to begin with talking about the security failures in Israel, if you have any insights on how that happened. And then I'd like to know if you are president of the United States, or if you were president right now, would the DeSantis administration support an Israeli military strike either on Iranian military targets, Iran's oil infrastructure, which, of course, funds terrorism across the globe?
Well, on the former, I think it's too soon to tell. I don't have any inside information, but clearly this was an orchestrated attack. Israel prepares for things like this, and Hamas was able to have, unfortunately, a great deal of success. I think in the past, there may have been some people in Israel thought Hamas could be managed, but I also think that there was an impulse pushing against them taking care of Hamas once and for all, because they would always come under international commendation. People would start attacking Israel. I mean, how many resolutions has the United Nations done attacking Israel over the years? So I think that there was that practical political consideration that maybe caused some Israeli leaders to hold back. In terms of Iran, look, this is personal for me in the sense of I served in Iraq back in 2007, 2008. We were in places like Fallujah and Ramadi, mostly Sunni Arab al-Qaeda fighters at the time. But most of the casualties U.S. troops were suffering were at the hands of Iranian-backed Shia militias. They killed hundreds of our troops in Iraq, probably over 1,000. Of course, they were responsible through Hezbollah for killing our Marines back in 1983 in the Beirut barracks bombing. So Iran has a lot of American blood on its hands. Look, I think that Israel should be focused on uprooting Hamas. To make this a larger role, I think does have some risks. But I would say the United States should turn every screw so that Iran is not getting money flowing into its coffers, particularly with their oil. I think Biden's administration thought that there could be a rapprochement here. They eased off on some of the sanctions. There's been a lot of discussion on the $6 billion. I think that was a mistake, but they've been getting a lot of money leading up to this. The Iranian regime, when they're funding terrorism, it's not necessarily a practical consideration. This is their religious and ideological worldview. This is why they exist as a government, and you're just not going to be able to have a peaceful situation with a government like that. So turn the screws on them financially, dry up their ability to fund terrorism. That's something we should all be able to agree on.